In 2025, you were added to the Anthropic board. Obviously, interesting time to be there right now. What's your reaction to the recent news?
Well, gosh, there's so much news in AI, really driven by it getting better and better and better at a pretty incredible rate. So the figures that the company's talked about is going from, 100 million to a billion to 10 billion of sales, in 3 years. Other than OpenAI, its primary competitor, no company's ever grown that fast.
Right.
OpenAI, I think, has probably grown a little bit faster. But, they're in crazy fast growth territory. And then, Dario's been very clear in his comments that he wants to be a supplier to the Department of War and to the whole U.S. government. And he's still very invested in trying to figure that out. So we'll see where that goes.
What are you thinking as you're watching all of that unfold?
That Dario's a very long-term thinker. I mean, he's really got a set of principles that they abide by. And he's a great patriot. And, he's both super excited about what AI can do, say in healthcare or in job productivity, and super scared about what it might do in job replacement. So he uniquely talks about some of the scary scenarios, 20% of white-collar jobs gone, those kinds of things that, a lot of people are like, why are you talking about that? That's not positive. And he's a truth teller at his core. And he wants the world to know and be ready and aware in case that happens. It's not 100% that it's going to happen, but it may.
Okay, as it pertains to scary scenarios, I mean, obviously he's very publicly come out and said, look, we couldn't agree to the contract with the government because there were warrant protections in place that would have prevented the government from being able to mass surveil U.S. citizens. What concerns, if any, does that then give you when OpenAI steps in to fill that void?
Well, there's many AI models. There's OpenAI, there's Google Gemini, there's Elon Musk's Grok, there's Facebook's, there's the Chinese. So we can't control all of them. Different people will do different things. What Dario is very clear about is the Anthropic set of principles that we think are good for democratic values. And he's willing to lose a lot of business and take a lot of heat over that, which is, super impressive.
Can I ask your perspective on it, though?
Sure. I mean, my perspective, when I joined, I knew that they felt this way. And
was that part of what attracted you?
It was very aligned, that they see themselves as caring for humanity as well as shareholders. And they're the type of a company, a B Corp that's allowed to do that. So they're really living their values. How do we be good for humanity? Which, of course, they have to make judgment calls on, as well as good for the shareholders.